And we really are delighted that Connie's agreed to play the leading role of aspiring writer Ruth Sherwood in the show next year. Connie will need little introduction to most, having been the winner of the very first of Andrew Lloyd Webber's BBC casting programmes. You all know How Do You Solve a Problem Like Maria? And I know that the Sound of Music producer David Ian would gladly have signed you up, Connie, for about another 10 years. And we're just very pleased that you've decided now to take on a new challenge. Although I think you've got a few weeks left, haven't you, later on in the year?
I have. I'm going back to close the Sound of Music, and we are coming here again to Manchester, which is quite exciting.
But to the other theatres.
Oh yes. But you know, any excuse to come back to Manchester, because the Arndale is very appealing.
We also must offer our collective congratulations to Connie for having last week won the MEN Award for Best Actress in a Visiting Production. Terrific recognition for all of your hard work, dedication to the role. And we're so pleased that Connie's been able to take time out to be with us today from a busy schedule. Busy schedule. She's filming Connie's musical Map of Wales, which maybe she'll tell.
Well, it's with the BBC and BBC One Wales, so you probably won't get it, but it's probably on Sky. And we're recording at the moment, February and March, and it's basically about musical groups within Wales. As you know, I was brought up in Wales and I'm a second language speaker. And it's really about how living in Wales has influenced you musically, and it certainly influenced me. I grew up on a farm singing in the hills, and there I was 23 years later singing on a very plastic hill at the Palladium. And it's kind of been a wonderful journey. So I've got my journey and then take you around Wales, and we're filming that at the moment. So it's really exciting to be able to make it up to date, to have a day off, be allowed a day's sabbatical, to come here and to tell you about my new exciting project next year, which will be Wonderful Town. And I'm just thrilled and humbled to be a part of it, really.
So we're really sure you're going to have a fabulous time in Manchester, which absolutely is a wonderful town. Enough of me, it's time for another musical taster. Actually,
it's a terrific contrast to Maria, isn't it?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's a real comedy role, first and last.
I think what I loved about playing Maria was that she was actually quite funny. The stage was much funnier than the film, and there's this great scene with a piece of cake, which I always enjoyed eating every night. Sadly, no opportunity to eat in this show, but we'll make one.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, I've followed in Julie Andrews' footsteps, and I've always kind of admired Maureen Lipman, and I used to, when I was growing up, I used to kind of do a lot of Joyce Grenville. And so I'm looking forward to kind of filling her shoes for a while, or following her in her footsteps, certainly. And I remember at the Palladium, I always wanted to meet Maureen Lipman, so I took the opportunity to write to her and to invite her to the Palladium, and I took her out for dinner. Wow, she was feisty. So I'd love to be as feisty as Maureen Lipman and as funny, fingers crossed. But I certainly learned a lot from being in such a kind of comedy legend's presence.
Actually, Graham said to me that you just were with Maureen the other night, and I was just saying, what recollection did she have of doing the show all those years ago? It was 30 years ago.
I did it the other night, and she just said it's one of the greatest shows she's ever been in, her best experience.
Yeah.
And she knows Connie, and said, "I'll send her my best," and that should be wonderful.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
Great.
So I just want to be Maureen Lipman, basically.
Good model. Gentleman over there?